Hey there, hello and welcome. Happy Sunday or whenever you are watching this. This is take two, but that's okay if you don't know that. Let's do this. Tonight we're talking about 3 reasons why you might be feeling tired, even if you're doing all the right things, and what to do about it. Okay, so I was meeting with my clients last week, like I do every week. And more than one of them said, I'm feeling tired, and my clients are pretty badass and do a lot of the right things. Even if not all the right things, it's hard to do all the right things. And so I heard, I'm feeling tired. I'm really exhausted. I've heard and seen other teachers and personalities talking about being tired. So I wanted to address that, hopefully bless you with some wisdom on what to do, on how to mitigate that. So I'm going to share tonight 3 reasons why you might be feeling tired and, more importantly, what to do about it. Okay? So reason number 1, right? You might have a lot going on. So I find that these days we pack more and more into our schedules. I am guilty of this too. My friends and loved ones are guilty of this. And even though I am blessed that I can manage my own schedule, I know many of you can manage your own schedule as well, that you really have a lot of latitude in what goes on in your day. Maybe you're packing too much into your schedule. But more importantly, I think that there might just be things going on that we take for granted as normal, and they're not really normal. What we have done is normalized them, right? We don't acknowledge what pressure these things put on ourselves. So, and that's things like work pressure, right? We just accept that we're going to have work pressure, that we're going to have stress, and that's the way it's supposed to be, and we're just supposed to suck it up and deal with it. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't be ambitious and want to strive for excellence. I do. I believe in all those things, and I also believe that it should be that your work should be purposeful, joyful, and that you should feel comfortably tired after having accomplished, let's say, a work week for purposes of this example, right? It shouldn't be draining. If it's draining, you're definitely doing something wrong. If it's sucking the life out of you, you're definitely doing something wrong, and I can help you with that. Another thing is our relationships, right? So I have some friends, loved ones, clients that are ending relationships and mitigating the end of a major relationship, especially if it was a partner, right? Whether that be an intimate partner or a business partner. Undoing a relationship, just ending a relationship, can be exhausting. It brings up a lot of emotions, and those things need to be acknowledged, addressed, and handled. And I don't mean brush under the rug, which brings me to thing number 2, is that we have been taught to suppress our emotions, right? So for all the things that's going on in number 1, we've been taught to push, suck it up, buttercup, right? Just push on and push through at work. For the emotional things regarding relationships, work, families, what have you, we've been taught it's the biggest lie going, in my opinion, and the biggest, I'm not sure what the word is, it's the biggest lie that deprives us of our joy, actually, which is feeling our emotions. We've been taught to suppress our emotions, don't feel our emotions, don't get angry. Ever since, as soon as we started having emotions as little ones. Oh, don't cry, behave, don't show them you're angry, never let them see you sweat, it'll be okay, don't feel the things. That's all bullshit, in my opinion, right? Our emotions are a gift. They are one of the biggest gifts we have in this world, and they allow us to feel life more fully and live more joyfully, and live life more deeply and have more deep relationships. And forgive me, I lost my train of thought, right? Oh, and being taught to ignore them, push them down, don't acknowledge them, that's exhausting, okay? That's really taxing on our mental and emotional state. And my lovelies, if you're not feeling your emotions, they're going to manifest eventually as illness. They can manifest eventually as illness in the physiology. And eventually, or on the way to that, you're feeling tired and exhausted. Okay, does that make sense? So what do you do with them instead, right? We're meant to feel our emotions. They want to come in, they want to be felt, they want to be seen, and then they want to pass through. And that's how we properly process our emotions. And I can appreciate that it's not in every situation that we can actually have that full experience of our emotions. And so we push them down and we push them aside. And I can appreciate that can happen maybe at work or in public. And we can't be crying, being angry, or whatever the high negative emotion is at any given point in time. Maybe it would be better if we did. And so we may push them aside for the time being, but eventually they want to be addressed. We want to look at them, we want to see them, we want to feel them, we want to look at what happened, and we want to process it, and we want to look at it, right? So, and I take my students and my clients through a powerful, magical process called the primordial timeline process to allow you to release those emotions, to let them go so you can feel them, so you can feel more appropriate emotions in the moment when it's appropriate, right? And I teach you all this in my Sync Your Soul program that's going to be coming up, and I'll invite you to look for that. Okay, so the first one is you've got a lot going on, right? Like life is busy. It's busier than ever, even after all the madness that's going on in the world, right? As a result, we push our emotions down and we don't feel them, and that can be exhausting. And number 3 is, right, the third reason why you may be feeling tired, or likely feeling tired, is because our planet is evolving and ascending. Its vibration is increasing. And what that means in more basic terms is that on many occasions, so simply the vibration is raising and more light is coming into the planet. So, and because more light is coming, so I believe God is sending more light into the planet, which is why we're seeing all the darkness that's going on in the world today. And those two things combined are exhausting, right? So if you're seeing what's going on in the world today, all the darkness that's going on in the world today, and you're challenged by that, that's a good thing, right? Because that means that you're evolving, you're awakening, together with the planet that is also evolving and awakening. And we're feeling that vibration shift. We're feeling that frequency shift as a result of all the darkness, or maybe because of all the light. God is sending more light into the planet to help us see the darkness, mitigate the darkness, and evolve with the planet so we can have more light to fight the darkness. And I like the word fight. I like mitigate better, to mitigate the darkness and to help us be prepared, to deal with the darkness and to give us more light, right? So just simply put, we're more connected to God, we're more connected to other light beings, other humans on the planet. And if you need some of my light, I can give you some of my light, and vice versa. And as a result, and additionally, the planet is also giving us more higher frequencies and light. Any one of the 3 things I just mentioned can be exhausting, right? So your busy schedules, your major changes or upheavals in your life, whether it be work or relationships, not feeling your emotions as a result of whatever is going on, and human conditioning for as long as history has been recorded. The history, excuse me, I'm gonna have a little sip of water. The history that we've been taught, whether or not is true, is a conversation for another day, and or the increased vibration of the planet and the light coming in, any one of those things is enough to weigh you down, excuse me, and have you feel tired and exhausted. And altogether, it's no wonder that you're feeling tired and exhausted. So what do about it, right? So it's important to do all the things, right? And many of my clients already do all these things and they're still feeling tired, as do I. I do all these things, right? Which is eat right, eat a healthy diet, get good, restful, natural sleep, drink water, clean water, and get good sleep, pray, and meditate. Okay. And we are doing these things and we're still feeling the impact of these things. So we need to up our game in the things that we can handle ourselves, which is managing the schedules better, doing regular release work. Again, all of these things I help my students with in my Sync My Soul program that's coming in the future. So look for that. And the ascension of the planet, really, you need to do all those things, the food, the sleep, and this is where the prayer and the meditation come in, especially, right? So if you do have a meditation practice, I invite you to be meditating twice, badassery. If you want to maximize your badassery, twice a day, right? Meditation twice a day. Even if you're only meditating once a day, that's awesome, right? But you want to be meditating once a day, at least once a day, ideally twice a day, and praying, right? Because prayer is when you talk to God, meditation is when you listen, communication is a two-way street. It's important to do both. Okay. So if you don't know how to meditate, I'm going to drop the link to my free meditation starter kit in the comments wherever you're watching this. And if you want to know more about my Sync Your Soul program or get more of this kind of wisdom, I'm being called to go live on YouTube. So I'm going to invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. And as soon as I have enough subscribers there, I am going to start going live there because my guidance is telling me that's where I need to go. And I am committed to following my guidance. And in my Sync Your Soul program, I teach you how to do that as well, right? How to get clear on what that is, how to hear it, and how to have the strength to follow it. So that's it for now, my lovelies. I hope this serves you. I'll look forward to seeing you again soon in the next video. And until then, I'll see you in the gap. I love you. Mwah.